Let me tell you a secret about power. Most people think it's about having the last word, winning the argument, or making sure everyone knows they were wronged. But that's not power. That's noise. Somewhere along the way, without even realizing it, you made a vow to let the world dictate your mood. You promised that a stranger's careless comment could hijack your thoughts. You agreed that a colleague's negativity could poison your afternoon. You decided that someone else's drama deserved a front row seat in your mind. But today, we break that vow. Today, you make a new one, a vow to yourself, a promise that your peace is non-negotiable, that your mind is a fortress, and you, and only you, hold the key. People will test this vow. They will knock on your gates with insults, judgment, and negativity. They will try to find a crack in your walls. Life will send storms of frustration and waves of disappointment. But I am here to tell you that you can build a fortress so strong, so impenetrable, that no one and nothing can ever breach its walls again. You are not a victim of your emotions. You are their master. And it's time to start acting like it. Section 1. The myth of provocation. We have been taught a lie. The lie is that other people make us angry, that situations make us stressed. We say, "He made me so mad," or "That traffic ruined my day." But listen closely. No one can make you feel anything. They can create a circumstance. They can say words. They can perform actions. But the feeling, the emotion, that is your response. And your response is always your choice. Think of your mind not as a thermometer that simply reflects the temperature of the room, but as a thermostat. A thermometer is reactive. It goes up and down with its environment. A thermostat is proactive. It sets the temperature. It doesn't ask the room for permission. It decides. When someone disrespects you, they're trying to turn up the heat. They're waiting for you to boil over. The reactive person, the thermometer, explodes. They shout, they argue, they give away their energy. In that moment, they have handed the thermostat of their mind over to someone else. They have given a complete stranger control over their inner state. The powerful person, the thermostat, does something different. They acknowledge the external heat, but they maintain their internal setting. They understand that reacting with anger is not a display of strength, but a confession of weakness. It's admitting, your opinion has the power to control me. Your actions have the authority to dictate my peace. True strength isn't in the force of your reaction, but in the discipline of your non-reaction. It is the quiet, unshakable knowledge that you are the one who sets the temperature of your own mind. Section 2. The armor of silence. In a world drowning in noise, silence has become the ultimate weapon and the strongest shield. When someone attacks you with words, with insults, with judgment, with bait, they are expecting a fight. They are expecting you to draw your sword and meet them on their battlefield of chaos. But what if you refuse to fight? What if you refuse to even acknowledge their battlefield? Imagine their words are arrows. When you argue back, you are showing them exactly where the gaps are in your armor. You are telling them, "That one hit me. Try there again." You are validating their attack by engaging with it. But when you respond with calm, deliberate silence, the arrows fall harmlessly to the ground. Your silence is not weakness, it's impenetrable armor. It is a message, loud and clear. Your weapons have no power here. I will not stoop to your level. I will not trade my peace for your drama. This infuriates people who feed on negativity. A fire needs oxygen to burn. An argument needs a reaction to survive. When you give them nothing, their fire sputters and dies. They are left standing alone with their own toxicity, while you walk away with your dignity and your energy intact. Don't mistake silence for passivity. Silence is a choice. It is the conscious decision that your mental and emotional energy is too precious to be wasted on pointless conflicts. Let them have the last word. You can have the last laugh, knowing you kept your peace. Section 3. The observer's vantage point. One of the most profound shifts you can make is to stop absorbing negativity and start observing it. When people lash out, it is almost never about you. It is a projection of their own pain, their own insecurity, their own chaos. Hurt people hurt people. Imagine you are sitting in a theater watching a play. On stage, an actor is delivering a monologue filled with anger and despair. You can understand their character. You can have empathy for their struggle. You can see the source of their pain. But you don't jump onto the stage and make their lines your own. You are the observer, not a character in their play. This is how you must learn to view negativity. When someone directs their bitterness towards you, take a step back and become the observer. Ask yourself, what is really happening here? Is this person insecure? Are they having a bad day? Are they projecting a past wound onto me? When you understand the source, you no longer take the poison personally. You see it for what it is, their story, not yours. Their baggage, not yours to carry. You can have compassion without having to absorb their toxic energy. You can say to yourself, I understand that this is coming from a place of pain within them, but I refuse to let that pain take root within me. You are not a sponge destined to soak up the emotional state of everyone around you. You are a mirror. You can reflect their energy back to them without taking it on yourself, allowing them to see what they are projecting, while you remain clear, calm, and untouched. Section 4. The North Star of your purpose. Why do small things bother us so much? A rude comment, a slow driver, a petty disagreement? It's because we've lost sight of how big our journey is. Imagine you are the captain of a great ship sailing across the ocean towards a magnificent new world. Your destination, your purpose is everything. The journey is long and requires all of your focus, all of your energy. Now, imagine a seagull flies by and squawks at you. Do you stop the ship? Do you turn it around and chase the seagull? Do you spend hours yelling at the sky? Of course not. It's irrelevant. It's a distraction from what truly matters. Most people spend their lives chasing seagulls. They let tiny, insignificant distractions pull them off course. Your purpose is your North Star. It is the fixed point in the sky that guides you through every storm, every wave of negativity, every distraction. When your purpose is clear, your priorities become clear. You no longer have time for pointless arguments. You no longer have energy for people who drain you. You no longer entertain drama that doesn't move you forward. You can look at a situation and ask a simple question. Does this get me closer to my North Star? If the answer is no, you let it go and keep sailing. People who are easily bothered are people without a clear destination. They're drifting, and when you're drifting, any wave can knock you around. But when you are locked on to your purpose, you cut through the waves. The opinions of others become whispers in the wind. The negativity of the world becomes a passing storm you navigate with skill because you know where you're going. Section 5. The art of releasing the anchor. Many of us are trying to sail forward while still dragging an anchor behind us. That anchor is made of past hurts, old grudges, and the heavy weight of resentment. We think that by holding on, we are somehow punishing the person who hurt us. But the anchor doesn't care who you're angry at. It just holds you in place. Letting go is not for them. It is for you. It is the act of cutting the rope and freeing yourself to move forward. It is not forgetting what happened. It is refusing to let what happened have power over your future. You don't need an apology to heal. You don't need their permission to find peace. Closure is not something you receive. It is something you create. You create it when you decide that your future is more important than your past. You create it when you choose peace over the toxic satisfaction of being right. Every day you wake up and choose to replay a painful memory, you are dropping that anchor all over again. Every time you feed your resentment, you are strengthening its chain. Letting go is an active choice. It is saying, I will no longer sacrifice today's joy for yesterday's pain. I am taking my power back. I am pulling up my anchor and I am setting sail. This isn't a one-time decision. It is a daily practice. A fortress is not built in a day. It is built stone by stone, decision by decision. Your mind is forged in the small moments. When you choose to breathe instead of react. When you choose silence over senseless debate. When you choose to observe instead of absorb. When you choose your purpose over a petty distraction. When you choose to release the anchor and sail forward. You are the architect of your inner world. You are the guardian of your peace. You are the commander of your emotions. The world will always be noisy. People will always be unpredictable. But within you lies a sanctuary, a fortress of calm, strength, and unwavering power. Protect it, nurture it, and strengthen it every single day. Because a person who has mastered their inner world cannot be shaken by the outer one. They are not just surviving, they are leading, they are creating, they are winning. Now go forward and be untouchable.